This is my friend Osvaldo. Um,
Hello.
yes, he's my friend from home. And yeah, I'm just gonna ask him some questions about being a Latino person in the US. So, like, what's like your general stance, like being a Latino person in the US? Has that how do you has that ever like set you back in any scenario? Or like have you do you feel like you need to like connect more to your culture because you're in the US, or what are your feelings on that?
I definitely feel like there is a division between Latino people either living here or like were born here and are living here, between those who like were born and raised like in Latin America. Um, but I feel like my experience is very unique because I'm like pretty like white passing. But like I still have faced like many negative like interactions and things like that. But I've also gotten some positive opportunities because of my culture as well.
Okay, what are like some of those positive opportunities?
Well, I don't know if you remember, but in high school, I was a part of that like youth leadership program, which
Oh
was only
yes.
for Hispanic and Latino students. Um, and also, I just feel like my culture gives me a very strong and unique perspective
Hmm.
that is valuable now in a lot of spaces. I feel like a lot of people look for something like that
I would
versus
agree.
before it would be something that would put you behind. So I definitely think times are changing, but I also still feel like many spaces and stuff will um it'll still be a negative thing.
Okay. I'm gonna ask like a slightly different question. So the topic this week in class is like immigration, specifically like Latin American immigration into the United States, and especially like now this is such a sensitive topic because of all of like the violence around like ICE and stuff. So like, where do you stand on that? Like, are you feeling like fear? Are you feeling like people aren't doing enough to like help people who are being severely affected by this? And like, where's your stance like with the United States being so heavily involved with Latin American countries?
hmm my stance when it comes to American involvement in other countries like Venezuela and stuff, like I think that, it's great that they got Maduro out. He was an awful guy.
Hmm.
But at the same time, I feel like we have our own issues in America and we need to
Hmm.
be prioritizing those.
Hmm.
Um, so like that will always be my stance, is to prioritize the American people. And I actually just wrote an essay for one of my classes last night about how we can prioritize the American people while also being like fair and just to illegal immigrants coming into the United States.
Hmm.
So um, I feel like with ICE and everything, like I'm like it was nice to see um, like the support of like immigrants and like protests against ICE and stuff like that.
Hmm.
It is like disappointing to see like our government have such a negative stance on immigrants.
Right.
And again, like in my paper, I was talking about how the media and like so many different people, like they have these thoughts on immigrants, and it's like you don't even understand like these
Right.
people and their culture and like what they're doing or why they're doing what they're doing.
Right. Right. Yeah. And like I read something recently, um, like all the people who are like so pro like anti-immigration, they're literally attacking like women and children who just have expired visas. Like these people aren't even like there's literally no proof that
Yeah,
any
they're
immigrant from Latin America caused like violence to anybody. Like
yeah,
I'm
they're
just like,
they're generalizing an entire group of people, like again, like back to my point, like I want to protect the American people, so absolutely deport and jail people, like any sort of illegal immigrants who are bringing in like drugs, especially like things laced with fentanyl, but there are also Americans who are doing those things, and other sorts of just it's not just illegal Mexican immigrants that are doing that, you know?
Hmm.
And even then, like, these are like, yes, get those people out, but they are there are people who are illegal immigrants from Latin America, not just Mexico, like anywhere. They're
Yeah.
coming in, and they're coming not with any sort of malintent of crime, or they're trying to escape those places. They're trying to
Right.
seek a better life for themselves and their future and their children, and they pay taxes and they work hard jobs and they take care of their families. Like, this is what America should be about. This
Hmm.
is the kind of mindset and the kind of people that we want in our country, not out. So,
I
that
agree.
it's like very like backwards thinking for me.
Right. And it's so like it feels almost like anti-American to reject these people because like I thought our values were
Exactly.
like,
Yeah. Our
bringing your
founding
poor huddled
fathers were
masses
searching the
like.
exact same thing. They our founding fathers illegally came here.
Hmm.
They sought freedom and a better lives for themselves and for their children.
Right. I 100% agree. Right, we are at 6:30, so thank you so much
Yeah, of
for
course.
letting
You're
me interview
welcome.
you. Okay.
Yeah.